Boom, we are live, ladies and gentlemen, and we are going to be going over our favorite, most exciting and easy to use Tradingview setup. And this is going to act as a tutorial. We've got some special tricks, so make sure you stick around till the end of the video so you can get the most out of your Tradingview experience. So if we dive right in, we're going to basically just start from scratch, and we're going to go into tradingview.com. Pretty simple. Type that in. The first thing you want to do is go to the top of it and go sign in or start free trial. For now, let's start with the free trial. We go through this process. I've already typed in a password for one of our accounts to create. I'm not a robot. I'm going to pick out, let's see, what are the chimneys? You go through this process there. That's a chimney. Verify that I'm not a robot and click sign up. No periods allowed apparently. So there we go. I'm not a robot again, guys. Let's see. Bang, bang. That's right. That's going to stay in this video. No need to edit that out. That's the important. So it's going to send you an activation link. And then what you're going to want to do is go over to your email and then approve the confirmation email by clicking on the link that they send you. Super simple. Activate the account. Bing, bang, bada, boom. It brings you to this very easy first trial setup. Now I hope it didn't just log me out of my old account, but that looks like what's happening. We're going to go with D, Arcane, and then Bear, one of our friends. No need for a photo. Here's the new setup, and we're going to go with basic. Now you can actually, from this point on, pick a Pro Plus, or a Premium. They have different features. I would suggest reading through these and picking the trial for the one for 30 days that you want to use. But for now, just go with the free one. If you join from the links down below, you'll get a $30 discount for whatever package you do choose. So up here at the top, you can see my name, D Arcane Bear. I can go to my profile settings and I can start to look around. I can change my name, my signature. I could go trading is the best. I can't spell it though. Is the best. You can turn on your two-factor authentication, about me. You could leave your website, your Twitter handle, so people can get to learn about you. And then you can go to the top left-hand button, click Tradingview, and what that's going to do is show you your main screen. So let's see, am I logged out of my old one? No, I'm not. Okay, good. So that's a plus. We're going to need that afterwards. So we're going to go to markets. Now, most of us in this area are friends of crypto. So that's where we're going to start. We're going to start in by typing BTC, which stands for Bitcoin. It doesn't really matter which ones we want to use, but we can actually click up here and specify cryptocurrency only for now and really exclude some of the other choices. So I want to go Bitcoin to Tether USD in Binance because I like that one. It's going to open this up here. I can follow it, but more importantly, we want to get straight to the full featured chart so we can get into some of the fun. Now, once you do that, it's going to open up this chart. Now, it's going to ask you about this. Now, it's actually opening up stock this way, but normally it opens up with candles. It must have some of my settings saved. So on the top left here, this is where we're going to start. This is where you can search for your symbol that you want to go through. At the top here where it says D, you can actually pick a day, week, hours, any one of these ones that you would like to use. This is your segment for, say I want to chart in the 4 hour. I'll click on that and that'll show me the 4 hour data. Now, normally when you download and install TradingView, it's actually going to come up like this. One of my favorite things to do is actually get everything going into kind of a dark mode. So you can go into and change a lot of these things. So instead of candles, I love the area chart. It's cleaner. It removes all the noise. And one of the things you want to do while you're trading and investing as general is remove all the noise. So we actually even start to move out to like the week chart from the start. So again, up at the top, you can change the time frame and you can change the way you're viewing your information. You can actually also compare and overlay other things by adding a symbol. So let's say we're going to throw Ethereum over the US dollar, and now they hyperlay over top of one another. So here's Ethereum. Bitcoin's price, and here's Ethereum underneath. And you can see that they have a very clear similarity between some of these things in our comparative analysis. So we can kind of move it up here. We've got Bitcoin up top and Ethereum, and look how nicely these fit together. We can see that, yes, their market cycles are aligning. So we can go up to the right hand side too, and we'll kind of look at this. This is where your watch chart is. So we're just going to clean it up. We'll start from nothing and we'll do it again. We'll add something from cryptocurrency. We'll go, sure, Bitcoin at Bitstamp. Sounds great. I click on that. and then it resets the chart, except it's still showing me the Ethereum. Now, often, guys, you're going to run into a moment when you're learning where something goes wrong on the screen, just like what's happened now. You're like, oh, how do I get rid of this? You right-click, and you go Reset Chart, although it didn't reset the chart. Let's see, compare, overlay main chart. Okay, see, I don't even know what I'm doing. What did I do, Tio? Oh, there it is. Here we go. At the top left-hand corner, guys, this is where you can add other like volume indicators you can remove. See, there goes the volume bar, or here's Ethereum. So the next one is indicators. Indicators, let's go the 3 MA. This is one we really like. This allows you to stack 3 moving averages all at once. So we click that, and we up at the top here, you can edit the settings, and we can go the 7-day, let's go 21, we'll keep it in the Fibonacci numbers, and we'll go 55, and the style will change to the ones that we use on screen, which are purple for the actually, let's go 9-day. 9-day moving average, 21-day moving average, and 55 are the best, in my opinion. Not that that really matters, but that's what I use. So if we're going to just match these up. We go 25, sure, is usually white, and the 50 is yellow. Now, I don't know why it hasn't changed, but we'll go with that. And then you'll be able to see these come up. Now, again, one of the things that I really like is this dark mode. So when you pay for the Pro version, you can just turn it into dark mode. It's quite nice. But if you haven't paid for the full version, what you can do is you can actually go in and change the fill space. So here we can fill the space. Sorry, this is on the symbol. So you can change the fill color of your rising gradient chart effectively, like with the blue, or maybe I want a purple gradient instead. And then we'll go with our status line scales appearance. So in the background color, we can click black. Yes, there we go. Now the vertical grid lines, we want to make also that same black. And this is where I just get rid of these grid lines. I think it just adds noise to the chart. And there we go. Now we're getting something that looks kind of nice, right? Now this looks like an arcane bear chart. Right, so this is the fun part. Now, there's a bunch of other things we can go over, like, right, we could add Ethereum. I actually really think Ethereum is one of the ones we should be charting, so let's actually use it as a moment to kind of chart Ethereum. So here's Ethereum. We've got our moving averages set up on here. Again, you guys want to wait until, I mean, I don't know, the other thing here is I guess the labels will disappear because I changed the color, but it's unimportant. I don't really need to know what the price is at right now. But you can change this back. So again, all of that stuff you can find in this top settings bar here. And the best thing to do is really to kind of go around and play around with it. Like, okay, well, let's make my crosshair color red because I like that red. We'll make it big. And there we go. There's the crosshair color now. That's super easy to find, right? Make it a little thinner and we'll fade it out. Boom. Nice little red over black line. The navigation bar is cool. Let's see, scale lines. Let's turn that off and we'll just make it black. Boom. But again, you might want to go like this. There's the scale lines, and then there's the scale text. Boom, there's our numbers back. Okay, great. We figured it out. Perfect. So just go around and kind of play with some of these settings. So here's in the trading. I don't connect my positions or orders at any given moment. So I always make sure that I get rid of those features as well, because I don't use them in any of I don't connect my trading accounts. I actually recommend against connecting Tradingview and just trading strictly within your brokerage. But it is a good way to keep track of your trades should you need to. But we'll get rid of the buy and sell buttons, and then just kind of play around here. And I think this looks good. So far, I think we look good. Let's maybe make the fill a little darker purple. Yeah, there we go. Just kind of finalize everything, and we'll make it another shade of purple. Boom. Just to get that arcane bear color. Now, one of the things that we also do, guys, is we have an indicator on the right-hand side of our chart called a volume profile. That is only part of Pro. You would find it under indicators, but it's not here. It would be volume profile and then visible range. See, only for Pro. So you have to upgrade to use that. It is a very helpful indicator, but when you're learning, you don't need it. So let's add another indicator just for fun. You only get a few with the free version, but let's take a look at some of our favorites. You can actually look up the bear claw in the public library. I believe the bear claw. Yeah, and there it is, arcane bear. You can favorite it and you can turn it on. And it's a stacked exponential moving average. So there it are. It's very similar to the Super Guppy, and what it allows you to do is measure exponential moving averages. So you can also remove it again by going up to the top here, scrolling over top, clicking the X button to remove. Now we did earlier take away our volume, so we're just going to add that back as well. and now the bars show up at the bottom. Now I like to color code everything. I think you should have fun with what you're doing. So I often go in and change my color to match the color that I like. So for growth, I like purple, and for weakness, I like yellow. I like these kind of Lakers colors. I've always been a big fan of them. And this is what you end up getting. This kind of nice, really simple, really easy to see chart. No graphs, stupid, annoying things that get in the way. Perfect. So let's go over to the left-hand side and see what we can do. On the left-hand side, you have a choice of like trend line, info lines, horizontal anchored. So you could do some chart drawings, etc. You can go in here, you can make extended lines, regression trends, but let's keep it simple and let's just use it for what we need to do today. Okay, so since we're Wyckofians, what we're going to do is we're going to draw some simple boxes. So at the top left-hand corner, we're going to use just our simple trend line. We're going to draw the top of the automatic rally. And let's get into this a little bit and take a look at how this would work. So when you click on your bar or your trend line, up here you can change the color. So let's make it white so it stands out against our charts. And let's actually make the width quite a bit bigger. And we can do things like make it a dotted line bar, and we could make it thinner, etc. But let's put it back to thick. So right now we're going to chart the top of our box of this trend line. We can press Command to create a second one and just drag it up to the top. Now we can hold Command again, drag here, and now both of them will come back. So now you can see the start of our trend line, our box range effectively. Now again, I'll turn the moving average off here because we do like to keep our charts as clean and simple as possible. So we're going to go in, and what we want to do, and what I think everyone should do, is get used to doing this, which is we're going to chart it. So on the left-hand side, we're going to skip all this other fun stuff in the paintbrush for now. We're just going to go to the text. And on the text here, we're going to mark out our areas of primary support. And let's put a border around it, and let's make it a little bit bigger so it's clearly easy to read. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use hotkeys. So if you press Command and hold it and drag it, you'll get a duplicate, right? So you can double click on it again. We've got our selling climax right here. And I'm going to click Command again, my hotkey, drag it up to where our automatic rally is. So here's our AR. We're going to continue to do this for our supply test. And we have two here technically, like this. And then we've got our spring. This is the noticeable selling climax. Spring or selling climax, the spring is the right way to go. We've got our border around it, great. We've got our test, which we will mark off here, test. And again, guys, just Command, drag, drop. Here's our LPS, here's our SOS. So for those of you that don't know Wyckoff, please go study it or look in some of our other videos by following us at Arcane Bear on the YouTube channel. Give us a thumbs up while we're actually in the middle of this so it helps other people find this content. And we're going to continue to draw out our Wyckoff box. So here we have phase A, everything, the primary support, selling climax, automatic rally. And again, we're going to go up to the top here and we're going to make it a little cleaner, a little nicer, and we're going to make these dotted lines. So here's phase B, which is ends in the spring, right at the height of the pandemic, effectively, where the prices went the lowest. And then we're going to draw this into the SOS phase. So effectively, we've gone through phases A, B, C, D, and E over the course of about 800 days for Ethereum. So there's box A, here's box B. Now, guys, just do this stuff over and over and over again. It can't be done enough, because it's a skill set that you can have and use for years to come, right? So here's phase D, and then we're getting into phase E, effectively, through this new SOS and backup phase. So you can put these wherever you want. I actually like to put them at the bottom, technically. So we'll drag these down here, A, B, C, D, and E. So here's how you get a simple Wyckoff method drawn up. Now let's take a look at a few of the other areas of this that are going to be functional for the people that are in the private group and are just learning about Arcane Bear in general. I think it'll be very helpful to know these things. So the best way, again, to do it is to go to the left-hand side. And now we've got all these fun things like pitchforks, GAN boxes, GAN squared fix, Fibonacci time zones, fib channels, fib spirals. Play around with some of them. It's not that important, I don't think, to know how to use all of this. But it's interesting and it's entertaining. So if you have the time, go through and kind of figure it out, because it's valuable to learn more. But right now it's kind of unimportant. You can, again, you can find your regular Fibonacci retracement tool. So we drag that from the top of the box all the way to the bottom, and there we would have our 4236 evaluation, right? So there's lots of choices for these ideas. You can go in to your paintbrush. This is always a nice fun thing to do. I can go, I'm going up my buying climax, they're coming down into my selling climax, and I'm into my accumulation area, accumulating, breakout, reaccumulation, breakout, boom, distribution. Probably much higher than that, but anyways, that's the fun of the paintbrush. You can do things like chart weird circle line things like this that just go on forever, and then you can delete them really easily. You can also go in here. There's charting for your Elliott wave patterns as well. So again, this is kind of breaking ahead, but you can go Elliott wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yay. Exciting stuff, right? So this is important for a few reasons, because it allows you to clearly identify the most important part, which is the accumulation and the distribution ranges. Everything else here we will get into a little bit more later, like let's say if there's a head and shoulders pattern that starts to form near the top of the box distribution range, like a year into the future, and we see a big head and shoulders climaxing, we will know that it's time to close our positions and exit effectively. So we can take a little bit more look at some of these things. These are valuable. We can go and measure a long position. We can say, look, we went a long position here. We had a risk gap of around 40%. Let's put it at the LPS box. And here's our first target, like some 410% at the all-time high, probably at around the 6-month time frame. So you could go in, you could measure it sideways too. You could be like, okay, well, let's draw another box for a date range. This is 595 days. You've got other options over here for, say, just a for a price range. We'll go this side up. This is a 314% price range that we've measured. So we can leave little markings on our box of what we're interested in paying attention to. And then once you're done and you found something, you can go up to the top here and you can go Save Now. If you want to share the charts, you can click up on this camera and it'll actually screen share any of the images. So once you're done charting and you want to bring it back to the Arcane Bear for peer review from the rest of our traders and analysis, you just go copy, and then you can go in and share that. And anytime someone opens it, it will bring them right to the screen share. Super great use case for Tradingview. I'm really glad that they offer that. There are a few more minutia things, again, that go into this. Like you can make like little happy faces and put them on the chart like this, and you can change their color. Again, we'll make them yellow, right? So you can be like, hey, look, this is me. We're in a bull market. I'm happy. Actually, it should be purple to match my plus spectrum. There we go. So spend some time playing around with it and really getting used to learning how to use it. So you can zoom in on an area. I just want to zoom in on this area. Great. You can, and then I want to take all my bars away. Say I want to get rid of everything all at once that I've drawn and just go back to my flat blank screen color basically, and then I can put it all back just by clicking on the view button. You can lock your chart and drawing tools, that way no one can mess with that chart, or you can't accidentally do it. Say you've left your phone in your pocket or something silly. Now this is pretty simple, guys. I've gone over almost everything, at least in tangential form. So remember, at the very top, you can change the currency. You can change the time frame that you're interested in using, up to 30 seconds. You can chart your area. You can do just a line. You could do Heiken Anshi. You could do regular candles. You could do a bar and figure chart like this. You could do a line breaker or point and figure chart like this, if you know what a point and figure chart is, although I don't suggest that right out the gate, or the Kuagi, right? Our favorite is the area chart. This is my go-to for everything. So from there, again, you can compare. You can overlay, say, another one. Let's overlay the S&P 500, which is called SPY. It's not in cryptocurrency, obviously, because it's not. We'll overlay the SPY, and then there it is. There's the S&P 500 on the same time frames as Bitcoin, effectively. Now it's a little bit bigger, but here you go. We can drag it out. You can see, again, the middle of the spring here lined up perfectly with the pandemic, and the previous selling climax in Bitcoin was also hit with the previous selling climax in the traditional S&P 500 market. So there is definite correlation here, and with our run-up in our previous rallies also aligned with run-ups through the S&P 500's price. Although again, not identical to you want to get rid of that to the top left-hand corner, click X remove. You want to add an indicator, you can go with any of the ones you want, but if you want, we've got another one called the golden, where is it? It's public library. It'll be called the Golden Eagle. Okay, I can't find it. You can find this actually by following us at Arcane Bear on Tradingview, and you can use all of our scripts. I like that the bear claw actually shows up when you type it. That's so cool. That means, look, we've got 342 likes. That's awesome, guys. Thank you for the support on that indicator. I really like that. So we'll just re-add the bear claw so you can see what it looks like. And again, you could go in, you could actually change some of the settings, right? You could be like, okay, I want to go with this color scheme. I'm going to change everything from green to purple, and I'm going to make it super thick, and I'm going to, you customize it, because if you're going to be looking at these things, you're going to be looking at them for a while, so you might as well make it enjoyable and make it kind of like an artistic approach to what makes you feel the most excited about going to your chart and looking at it and figuring out what's going on in the market. So we'll leave it at that. If you guys have any questions and comments, if there's anything I didn't cover that you would like me to cover, please ask. This is the first of our Tradingview setup and tutorial for beginners. Essentially, this is aimed specifically at our private group and those people who need education to catch up with the rest of our trading and investment thesis and materials. None of this is financial advice, but I do hope that this video was helpful, educational, and that this will speed up your process for learning how to use Tradingview. Remember to give us those thumbs up if you like this content. If you're new to the Arcane Bear family, be sure to click subscribe for all that great investment and wealth that we go over in our regular public programming. I've had a great time doing this with you guys, so thank you for their requests. If we need to do another one, I might just do 2 or 3 and keep trying to do the same thing over so that it gets better and better. So let me know how that went. In the meantime, guys, I really appreciate the support. This is Tio with the Arcane Bear. Share this video everywhere, because then more people will learn how to use Tradingview. And if you want to sign up, use the links below. You'll get a $30 discount. Stay with the Arcane Bear. I am now clicking the stop recording button right as I give you our outro phase.